Hello again. You know, there's something else I want to add. The DELF Social Security number. You either know the profile of the Social Security number, which is an identikit, like William Burns, literally, which is dead in me, and why. And who is set within the CIA, Peter Benev and the CIA generals. Now, when I went to South Korea, I tried to have fun. Gangnam Style. I was 33 and I failed. With the locals, they were literally jumping out. The U.S. Army almost killed each other for a shower with a guy. All right? I was 33. Now, they say, you don't remember yourself, do you? I says, well, I'm dead. They says, exactly. You're dead. A piece of paper. No one's going to go near you. South Korea, Seoul, 2009. For 2 weeks, they were beating up a poor guy. Whites. Yeah, whites, blacks, I don't know, yellows. You know, the U.S. Army. You see, Poland, Polish ladies, men. When a girl is famous in St. George's, with 10,000 Nobel Prizes writing to her in St. George's, saying to her, you're going to die in St. George's or Woolwich or Hook Sat on the coastlines before it happens. And she dies and she gets the pestle. Not Kangoo, bitch. Ireland, coastlines. It's all news on the news, isn't it? Polish. Let's go. Poland. Isn't it? It hurts you to hear this, isn't it? Too difficult for your brain cell to understand what happened on the coastlines to me. Your brain doesn't work. Forget about July 20th space. Forget about July 20th science in St. George's. And forget about little Kangoo, ours coastlines. Many Kangoos on a line. Many island dots. You're whores. You're whores in Poland for them. For the pestle. Do you think that the baby Indios who were slaughtered and got the DELF pestle national ID and came back and said, baby, was just there for the fun of the Poland? For the fun of Fresno County et al. For retirements. You scum. Poland. Why Basler have a daughter called Jamila? Why was they descent the German? To baby retard? You want to know the truth of the intelligence communities, the real ones, not the Harvard, no. Not the Varsovia, no. We're speaking about space records, science records in St. George's, Men in Black Child, BBC. No. Woolwich never saw something like that. And space. Woolwich never saw sciences like that. And a 15-year-old, 16-year-old child, Jamila, dead. All news on the news. Isn't it? Poland! Jealousy, huh? I need to hear jealousy from the U.S. Army itself. And the homeless, yes, too. In Poland, thank you. Literal crawlies, thank you, bitch, in Lupsko, thank you. Thank you for watching me dance with Grabsky, too, with Red Faith Grabsky, very nice. Cleveland, Ohio. Jean-Benet Ramsey. Miss America, and the basement. For the cats and dogs around the world. 2 fucking high schools and stupid time Shakespeare. For me in Italy. Too much for Poland. Thanks God I come from the eastern part of Poland, Warsaw, and Turk. With all those sponsors. My goodness! should have been born in Poland, not Italy. Roma. Stupid times. Do high school Shakespeare. CIA. Yo, shut up. Not any CIA. The Canada CIA. Oh, yeah. The space breaking, science breaking, coastline breaking, Pacific my ass. Me. Dead person. On the news. All news on the news. I have never seen so many full of shit, brain shits in Poland. We're in competition with Fresno County Towns on retirements for the parents. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this religion. I don't like that religion. I don't like nothing. I'm the best of the best of the best in Polish. My mother got full accent to boot. Entire nation of highly intelligent, thinking peoples who can stand their own. And the European Union on the old continent of Europa. Fuck, they didn't even make it to Brexit with a stupid island of villages. Poland. All news on the news, isn't it? Forever and evers. Mongoloid bag. You're callous. You haven't callous with me. Why? Where does this hatred, where does this judgment come from an intelligence that did its job on the coastlines in Hook is Sat, New England, separately from the parents, with Peter Beneff, with the CIA generals, not fucking Piskovsky, mass media, and died. I had no problems in 70 countries and 30 states. Then I had no problems in 70 countries and 30 states on 85 and above. And I was doing the job still on the coastline, knowing I was going to die. And obsessing about Fresno County for the parents on their retirements. Where do you think I fell from? Your ass in Poland? You waste your intelligence without helping it in Italy. Why did the Italians fall with me? On the 5th floor. Not only La Sapienza. And St. George's. The UN. The Bruts. ESA, NASA. The sciences. That's all news on the news. I'm not Kangoo, no. I'm not an island dot. I was coastlines. Dots. Connect the dots. Global. Mongoloid bag. You don't even get the concept of it. You know, we can go back into mental retardation, and I'm better than you, and I went to Harvard, and I went to Warsaw, Jagiellonia. But if it's famous just for that, and for its own death, that piece of paper, then why did I come back in the Sands of Times? With a piece of paper? To say what? I died? Probably. If there's 10,000 Nobel Prizes writing me letters, since I'm in high school or before, saying I'd have married you. You're more intelligent than me, all of us. You did, bitch. Piece of paper. Blump. A tough night, mighty William Burns. You don't even know what I did, do you? You're so full of shit in Poland that you don't even know what the Delft Pestle did, do you? You don't. Are you sticking to Kangoo? Because if you're sticking to Kangoo and cancer, you're barking up the wrong tree. Added coastlines. Many Kangoos. My tree is gone. In fact, it's an underground tree, like the forest cherries. The friends of cancer tell, underground tree. That me. Just like Mike and Savannah Giovanetti, Simon Gravano are best friends. My goodness, those are the creme de la creme of Fresno County stars. How we doing? Good. All right. You're full of shit. Shit. You want to send my parents to hell? To Fresno County Towels for retirements? With them the book for DOJ, CIA defending them, Laura Quint? How many times? How many times did I fly some 92 and above around the capital cities of the West? How many times? Perfect, more than perfect. I even got my job done on the coastlines. Many times. And other places around the world. In 70 countries and 30 states. Then, we get what? 85. Who's Laura Quint? On La Piantiga in Rome? You degenerates. Yes, I'm lesbian. You happy? Okay. You're sick in Poland. Sick. Sick, jealous sick. You understand? Because if someone like that dies, gets a bestseller, and this is old news on the news, all right? And they keep speaking about it after the death of that girl. The reason is the girl, not the parents. Why? Because the Italians fell, the UN fell, the Brits fell, ESA fell, NASA fell, the scientists fell, and the CIA that worked with me on the coastline, and the enemies. The internal problem with Peter Binev and the CIA generals, not Peskovsky, defended me when I died because of the intelligence work that was famous, that you want to erase, which is good. Why? Because I died, and I'm a Cuchi, and Ticolina. Ooh, poo crasho. You have a brain, Poland. Where's the university, baby? Where's the dormitory, baby? All news on the lows. Calola. It's on the bottom of Gabor 13. Moons, Crescent Road. For the first masters. Isn't that old news on the news? That's the girl who died is me. You stupid cunts in Poland. Nobody in Poland did that. Nobody in Europe did that. Nobody in Italy did that. Nobody in Woolwich MI5 did that. Nobody in the CIA. And they know that. That's why when I died, I got the Delft Social Security number, William Burns, stupid times, schools. Is that schools? Full of shit. Another bunch of careerists in Poland. Me. It's like Fresno Continental, I swear by God. I know it. When the baby come back, she crawl out of Fresno. And crawly for mommy, literally. When she go to Poland, I tell you she have problem in Poland. Why? Because they're Polish. There goes the European Union. There goes Rush. There goes CI fucking A. FB fucking I. Unheard of Vic. DOJ, parents. On retirement, Fresno County. You don't know how to put 1 + 1 together. Poland. And about the kindergarten global. You don't even get the kindergarten global. Let alone kindergarten worldwide. In Italy. 2 high schools. Shakespeare. Stupid times for me. Schools. Schools? 2. This happened? Oh, yeah. You're stupid. I'm so enjoying this. You have no fucking clue. I can finally speak. I'm not in jail in Fresno County Towels. I'm not in psych work in Fresno County Towels, so the FBI have to pull me out. I'm not being shot at in Fresno County Towels for 20 years with the triads. Twins with no high school. So much for guerrillas. Viet Congs, you know. You should go to Italy. Fifth floor. the Viet Congs, Useless. The bacteria, baby. She need to shoot her. To protect her. She don't have no more uniform and Glock. So she need him as boyfriend for 6 years. No, half year. No, 1 year. No, 2 year. All news on the news, bitches. I cannot stress enough that many times to the Polish how much bullshit they're putting the European Union through and others for their mistakes. Their mistakes because they abandoned the girl to her own devices and stupid times in 70 countries and 30 states because the girl was too fast, and then too dead with a Delft Pessel. In 70 countries and 30 states. And now I'm dead, connecting the dots. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of your masses in Poland. Or your opinion. Your personal knowledge of inner circles. They call them inner circles. In my opinion, they're not inner circles. They're circles. Having said that, we are inner. You see, when professors and intel start looking like each other with the eyebrows or lack of eyebrows, eyelashes, noses, things like that, hands, fingers, you already know something happened. Especially if you know what the Delft social security number did. If you don't, I don't give a shit, Poland. That's why you sent Grabski, the psychopath. That's why they got rid of him. That's why I'm 5 minutes from Germany's border, Lubsko. And nowhere else will I stay in Poland. Because to me, what's happening with Polexit and everything else, at least before, you were afraid. You were afraid of the Russians. You behaved. Now you're full of hate towards everybody, Poland. It's on the news. No, not racism. Hate towards yourselves. I'm not a self-hating Jew. I hate myself because I died and came back as, Phoenix, baby, Genentech, in Dios. And I don't accept that. Nobody did. Not in Italy, not in the UN, not the Nobel Prizes, not Woolwich, not those countries. And even within the CIA, the coastlines, they're killing each other off for a day and a night. Till today. Just for the intel work, without any defense. For me. You'll understand that one day in stupid times, schools. If you can call them even schools. For me. Madame Tussauds. The Wax Museum, baby. See. You see, this is the true intelligentsia that they were speaking about. The higher ones. They're not speaking about, I got you an article. Article where? Up your ass. Another piece of paper. I got a million fucking articles. You know what happened to my articles? They ended up in the trash. Too dangerous. But I thought you're a retard. Yes. Do you remember anything? No. Sorry. They did something to my brain, We call it Culo de Varis Wax Museum. When people give you a national identity Delft, isn't that what a PESEL is, or a social security number? And it's dead. In Intel. And it's the Delft PESEL, not Amsterdam. What does it mean? Let's see if you have enough brains in Poland to figure that out. Let's see if you're not that retarded. Don't get offended. You have pretenses. You have all the pretenses. I don't. I'm just looking at the emptiness and desolation in 70 countries and 30 states. And not Kangoo or Labyrinth. The coastline has many points. Not one. Kangoo? Am I correct? Yeah, horns? You needed to clone me so that I could tell you that shit to your face as a baby and Joseph myself? Because that's what's famous around the world. then you want motherfucking bitches and assholes in Poland. Basler was decent to me. He named his daughter Jamila. Why? He knows that if there's a what? There's a what? But he also knows the truth. Just like the Italians where I was born. Roma. Another thing I'd like to add to the Polish. Oh, rub it in, baby bitch. Can you imagine being blessed by 5 religions? The Muslims, the Russians, the Opus fucking Dei, the Brits, and why not the Dalai Lama, Roman for Rome. Post factum? Let me ask you, ladies. Do you know what that number really did? Or are you just imagining? Because Antonino Puglisi is Opus Dei. And you know what they have been saying to me since I was 5 years old? Mangala the bag. Why? Because I died. There's no way you're going to change that, Pesel. Yourself. Unless you don't get up your Polish ass and do what Bebe did and died. In stupid times at 2 high school Shakespeare in Italy, where I was born. Not you, Pulpsko. Not you, Poland. Me. That's how you lose intelligentsia, Poland. Just for the number. You knew that I had that in space. You knew that I had that in science, in Italy, in the UN, in England. The professors, correct? Correcto mundo. In the US, in Hokusat. You didn't lift a finger. Are you afraid of Italianish? You English? English? See, I fucking A? In stupid times? That's what we call. Ain't gonna say it out loud. Myślenie ma powodzenie. Thinking has a future, Poland. And it's not a question of Pole accent. And this is the message for the Polish who want to start at university and stuff like that. The majority of you will not have what I had to start with in stupid times. Not on 92, 92 and above, and not on 85, 85 and above in St. George's, the sciences. You just won't have it. I know that. I know that about New England. I know it. Okay? I had a job on the coastlines in Hokusset. And they're still paying for it. Even without me. For 1 day and 1 night. And it has nothing to do with the parents. Jobs. Retirements. Now, they say the parents are unheard of. Bigfoot. What does that mean? What is the word unheard of? Let's start again. Lara Quint. Shall we go back to kindergarten worldwide? Kindergarten, generally speaking. Or shall we go back to kindergarten global again on Crowley's? That many times. I should. What shall we do, Laura? Shall we go to the CIA and DC? With the CIA defending the Papa Mama against Fresno County Tiles? Official? Shall we do that again? Shall we show who Fresno County Tiles is to the world? Shall we show them who Scott Glenn Man of Fire is, the movie? Shall we? Or not? You fucking whores. I'm going to kill you for Grabsky. You lose and lose and lose and lose. And people will be pointing it out. In Europish, in Italy, in Britain, in Rus, even in the CI fucking A. Red Faith Grabsky. Booth. Telephone. Avenue. I thought it was Burgundy. Anyway. You see, I wasn't famous for men. I truly was. the Elena Mojina of intelligence. I am box theory girl in Washington, D.C. The girl who dared and got the respect for one day and one night pure intelligence work from Peter Binev, the Nobel Prizes, and the CIA generals defending me. With no defense at all, just the intel work. In other words, I can ghost myself and they will kill without any defense for one day and one night. And I'm not even intelligence. I'm just a ghost, a useless baby with a piece of paper asswipe freak. From a genetic UN school of freaks. Who's like, no. You're alive. You're special. No, here. You're not here. You're not here. Why? I didn't do cancer. You want cancer in your head. I'll give you cancer. I'll give you holes in your head like Fresno County tiles. Give me the fucking buttons. Hey, we already did that for 20 years. Look at the deformations of Fresno County tiles. Look at their heads. Look at their bodies of Fresno County tiles, including Tom and Jerry Dyer tiles. Look at them. They don't even notice it. April 1984, Norman, Oklahoma. Worst county in the U.S., Fresno County tile. For 20 years, Fresno has the highest cancer, the highest radioactivity, the highest all the bad shit in science. Why didn't you do Havana? This is not a game. No, it's not. More CIA and more FBI are getting killed because of a cheap shit whore's ass of Fresno County tiles. That many. Uncle Rollies. I'm sure you can get another batupatilla. Except I'm gray, not black and white. No, thanks. Or at least we try to keep it at gray. You shit. That the intelligence community's dropped that much for a project on the coastlines and other parts of the world with that many Nobel Prizes and gave the leader of the pack, the numero Delph, so everyone crushed with her when she died, preparing for the fall. Bolin sitting there going, I'm the best. That was 2 high schools in stupid times. Don't fuck with the baby. We got records of this shit. Official ones. Records. Even if I don't exist. Okay? Alright? Ballerina ruffle. I'm not saying no more. So when they say in kindergarten, what is lost forever and ever. What are they saying to the mentally retarded Polish? You made one mistake. Just like the coastlines. She had a job in Hukasat. Her own job. Thinking has a future, Polin. Don't you fuck with us. No one in the world wise to global is so stupid, Polin. Not so retarded. They think. Even the babies and the cats and dogs think by now. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle is my name, middle name. You're full of shit. Cheap shit. And hate. And pretenses. And the girl who actually got the famous Delph National ID came back with no teeth in the freak school of the UN, what they called her, the baby, the angel. She refused. I refused. Why? Can you put one and one together, you mongoloiders? Or are you so fucking stupid? Poland. I don't give a shit. I spent 2 high schools of stupid times in the UN. 2. And stupid times. I've been in the UN for many more than 2 high schools, you stupid whores in Poland. The Italians pissed me off. They've been saying Roman for Rome for how long? Scott Glenn, Man and Vi, how long? They say it's easier. It's just a question of local bribery and opportunists. That's sorted ages ago. Dad and Mom tried to stay in Rome. Why didn't it happen? Yet. I don't know. And baby, how would I know? You're full of shit. When great intelligence dies, they make a great cereal. Oh, Kellogg's, huh? A serial number? Delve? I couldn't eat that on the 5th floor as an Indios. I had no teeth. The Italian police used to come to elementary primary schools and throw sweets on me. I couldn't eat the sweets. They say you have to be a hedonist like Roman. You cannot feel those pains anymore. It's too much. You're your own worst enemy. You're too critical about yourself. You died, baby. Please calm down. And this was when I was 5 years old. You have no shame in Poland. None. Italian police was running to me with sweets, throwing it on my head. Please don't feel no more pain, baby. You're hedonist. You're Roman. Don't remember yourself. We know what you did. Yes, we know. But no, please. It's too much. You're the Indios of that girl. You have a piece of paper to prove that. We know. This was only 2 high schools in Italy. You've been here much longer than 2 high schools in Italy. I fucked the Poland. Stupid. That's the Italians telling me this shit to my face when I'm 5 years old. Do you have any shame for your own intel? And stupid times, Poland. Or are you just like, for the rest of your lives, going to have pretenses and prejudices? Because if this shit is famous around the world, and 70 countries and 30 states for the Del Peso, that many times on Crowley's, that even the cats and dogs figured it out, then you should be put, where, Poland. As a nation. Just like Fresno County does. We have Independence Days on the East Coast. Father boards and mother boards. A showdown of world wars. Going straight to Fresno County town. On 92 and above many times. Nobody said anything. Perfect. More than perfect. 85 and above, there's no problem. Why? Because they're not retarded, Poland. Imagine you go to Langley. Imagine you go to DC. And here the big fat DOJs. I guess who? Are you retarded, Poland? Fresno County tells. I have so little to say that hasn't been said by the Indioses of the world by now in intelligence. And the cats and dogs, too little and stupid times. I won't say my schools, although they were my schools that I attended. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Wax Museum, Madame Tussauds. Excuse me. You see, inner circles, they move around. If I'm born in Italy and I've been to 70 countries and 30 states, if I have 7 passports and a UN ID since birth, which I do have, you betches. Why? To play around? Poland? Better. If you ever have the chance to get to intelligence in the big capital cities where I was, and look at the profile of the Del Peso for 2 high schools in Little Italy, please let me know in stupid time schools. Because I'm not going to tell you anything about me other than what the kids know around the world in Poland. Because you're full of shit. Welcome to the DELF national ID that I have. That died. And it's old news on the news? And you're still judging it? Warren Lipscomb or Warren Boland? With Grabsky? Mademoiselles and messieurs. You're not going to get it. Somebody else is going to take it. Somebody much bigger than you. Maybe the Italians, a little bit. The Brits, the CIA, the others. They've been watching this shit for a long time. Am I correct? Correctamundo. Correct? Correct? And by the way, Marta Svarta wasn't my cousin before. Only at stupid times. I barely knew her at the beginning. Later on, I got to know her. You have no idea what this is, do you? Yes, sir. Nope. None. The rest of the world knows. The UN knows in Rome. Yeah. The parents. Oh, let's see. Now, Papa and Mama Directorates in D.C. Relief Services USA, based in Rome. Yeah. Their jobs. What's work? Let's define to the Polish retards what a job is. What work, what the definition in the dictionary is. For the retards, Indios out there. For the kids, what's a job? Just asking. So, two pterodactyls had Frankenstein cats. How did that happen? Mind the gap child. Happy? Happy, 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 Poland. You are famous for what you do. You lose intelligence and more Poland if you don't think. Even the fucking army in the U.S. figured that out. And believe me, they get personal, especially in Yosemite, when they're spitting violet water. I know you're very happy that you're fucking over the Americans over there. Don't think that those Americans don't know. The love that the European Union or the Brits or London or anybody else on the planet has towards the Americans. It's a love of the U.S., especially the government. Oh my. The U.S., the CIA, the FBI, the Army, they just love your ass. To bits. Especially their girlfriends. You know, guys, I'm stuck like this fart of my own self. I don't know. I don't exist for the parents. That's beyond me. Between the most vicious, worse than laptops. Nowadays we even have cement trucks for the retarded Indioses on the planet. The Gingiletti, as we call them, for the crawlies. Or literal crawlies, whichever you prefer. So, I don't know how many times you have to send to Fresno County to annihilate that county. But let me put it this way. The Polish hate the Americans. They hate the Jews. They say that Poland loves Jew. Yeah, they do. I love the Jew. Oh, shut up. Really? With the Piłsudski Kegevaram wannabe moment in history with Polexit for 7 years in 2024? No, this was... All right. Well, it's got but a photocopies. I mean, Where'd they go again? Oh, yes. Julieta Novo. Brussels. Mazza che culo da fuori, Jimmy. Almeno. Che schifo. Esatto. Ah, crashata, scusatemi. Hai visto che crashata? Ammazza di roba. A due scuole, sempre e vabbè, però sai, e vabbè, c'è quelli, poi c'è quelli, gli altri, quelli. Poi c'è sta l'Asia, Southeast, un po' di Africa, c'è l'Elon Musk, c'è di tutto di più, cazzo. Raga, tu scuola, lei stava qua a Roma da quando? Tu scuola? No, da più. State zitto, dai, che poi cazzo. Molto avanzata la bambina, però è morta. Che ci frega, che ce va? Tu gamba, che schifizzo, no. Non esiste, un pezzo di carta. Is that correct? Correct, Mundo Poland? You're even jealous. If I had been Nigerian. Bandiera Carlo Verdone nigeriana. Yes, there goes the coastlines. There goes the Opus Dei, the Muslims, the Russians, the Brits, and even the fucking Dalai Lama. Oh well. Koenig, unfortunately for the hen night, ended up underneath the rubble of 9/11. He bought his ticket in London. I knew he wasn't going to last. Not with the baby. No wonder he took me to the Dalai Lama. Northern Italy. Wasn't he best friends with Schroeder? Schroeder, no. But anyway, that's somebody else's project. Let's not debate. If you're gonna be a mass of fucking retards in Poland towards me and a baby because you want to have fun, because this is not fun for them. Gabor, with his white eyebrows, the lowlands, is not having fun, the Nobel Prizes, because they're already mongoloid since St. George's, for me alone. Tika. You're retard. If you waste that kind of intelligence, there must be a reason other than the parents. Yeah. So they got that piece of paper delf. And nobody is going to be multitasking forever and evers. And defending the parents on retirements and personal candidates. Their jobs in over 200 countries, in over 140 countries, USA directorates, relief directorates in DC, based in Rome. Do high school stupid times for me in Rome. You either start using your heads in Poland, or you will be getting what those guys want to get out of you in Poland, a kick in your ass. Because if those continents, those countries, those capital cities are all saying the same that many times, there's something wrong. Okay? Fresno counted out, coulda, woulda, shoulda, 92 and above, ages ago. Look what they said. From Italy, I don't want to forget Italy, Rome, Britain, their countries. The East Coast, unheard of Bigfoot DOJs, the Morgana Chistis. 4 days and 4 nights of pains for George. With all the defense of Lara Quint, that many times. Within the headquarters of the CIA, within the headquarters of DC, for the parents. I died. I have no pretenses. I don't trust anybody. In fact, I hope this world goes to shits for my own death. I hope they make myriads of me, of desolation, habitat creation, F. So you learn that what you lose in me, you will lose forever and ever. Kindergarten. Global, for me alone. and your South National ID. Goodbye.